Hi everybody, it's Diane. I am back with the paper doll fashion saga. And it's turning into a saga because I was, dumb enough to make all this stuff. So now we have to decorate it, so to speak. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go because I've got some washi tape here. I've got my box of birds, butterflies, flowers, tickets. I've got ribbon and trims behind me. Sometimes I use other stuff. It's kind of around. I don't know how much searching I'm going to do. I don't know how boring this is going to be. I don't know. Well, I think this could get rickrack right on the bottom. Yellow rickrack. And I realize too, what I'm doing with these is really not the grunge mixed media stuff most people that watch these videos do. What can I say? It's not. So you're right, it's not. Maybe in my next video I'll try to do that. Get my little embroidery scissors here for trims. And like I said, this is going to be a little tedious to watch. And I thought about speeding it up. But you know what I don't like about that? It's like a silent movie. You can't just do your own thing and listen. You have to watch what the person's doing. And that sort of doesn't go with why I watch these craft videos. Not that I don't watch at all, but I like the option of looking away so I can cross stitch or something. And it's very nice here today. It's warm. I have all my windows open. So I don't know what kind of noises you'll be hearing. Okay. Really, that could be done. It's a little busy as it is. I don't know. Do we want a bird, a something, though? Just somewhere? And there's no possible way I'm going to get through all this stuff with you guys. So I will have to pause and do some off camera, or possibly, what about a ladybug? Would it be done? That's okay. Or possibly have a 3-parter, I don't know. And what I thought I might do is not necessarily glue everything, like just go, yeah, that's pretty cool, and just set this with it. I think I'll do that. Okay. Go there, and don't get mixed up or anything. This one we did together. Well, and I could sew on any of this stuff. It seems like, to me, I could just zigzag on that. She needs something, though. What about craft butterfly because of the background? One that's not too big. Making everybody dizzy. How about this one in here? And I could paint, speaking of grunge and stuff. Alright, this will go on there somewhere, and I think I'll sew. I don't guarantee I'll remember that, but this one, I was very gluey, and apparently it made the ink run a little bit, and I was kind of going like this to get it off, and it's a little, I have to cover that. That's fun paper. I just bought that. Well, maybe more like a flower. Or a flower. Not like a flower. A flower. or like a flower because I can't find one. And yeah, for anybody that is kind of new to this or doesn't do this kind of stuff, or this is what it is for me anyway. I sift around, I hunt around, and then I think, oh, what about washi tape or something? And well, that would be okay. All right, if that was there concealing that, I think just sewing. Maybe another flower down there. What about this one? Well, actually, there's nothing too thrilling on that. I don't think we need that. Okay. And let's hope this stuff doesn't get jumbled up. And I'm going to go, I have no idea what that was on. Well, I think she could use a trim or a rickrack. No, rickrack is trim, right? Well, there's that yellow I just used. No, I don't like the color. I've got more of an old gold. That's okay down there. I don't know if I like it on top. Yeah, it's okay. All right. I guess I won't bother to glue this. All right, this one. Well, that could use just blue. Just blue ribbon. Let's see how high we can stack this stuff. It's pretty. That's fine. But what else? I wouldn't say that's done. That could use sewing. But then still, I wouldn't say a flower because that dress is all floral. I don't know. What do they make besides birds, butterflies, and flowers? Nothing. That's it. Well, I could just have a bird on the ribbon down there. Okay. Kind of like that. It's kind of pretty. I did not pull out my words. I will if we find a big need, but I just didn't know if I wanted words on these. We'll see as we go. What about white rickrack? I'm gonna be sore tomorrow, I can tell. I'm moving all these boxes around. Oh, here. That's okay. That. I don't know what else. There's a butterfly on her skirt there. That looks like a flower, power flower or something. Owl, that was very 70s. I don't know, would that be kind of fun? Or look like, why is there an owl on this with a, paper doll outfit? Because it matched. See, I have an answer. And there's a red-winged blackbird really going to town out there. Alright, that's cut really poorly, but just to get an idea. Well, I don't want to cut off her feet. I don't know. Okay, let's just pretend I love that. That still doesn't do anything for up there. What about a gel pen around? Yeah, that would probably be pretty good. Yeah. Come on, work better. Okay. I guess I would do it down there, but I won't bore you with that right now. Still, what about if I drew a couple hearts, like are here? Yeah. It's kind of cute. All right. We'll see. I don't know about the owl, but that's good. I don't know, a washi or a ribbon, I think. I don't know, this might be too dark. And we'll never know because I can't get it open. I reiterate, don't buy old washi tape. I think it's too much, it's too wide. What about a ribbon? Well, so I have to use up the last of my pink. It's pretty. What about the top, though? No, too orangey. Well, what about white? It's sort of nice. Okay, I'll do that. But does it need something else? Yeah, it's a flower. Or I possibly get a pink flower. I think those are too big though. So I don't know, is there anything to talk about besides the weather? No. It's hard to chit chat while your mind is sifting through stuff that you're looking for. Oh, Well, I'm going to have to pause because my husband just came home. My dogs are going to bark and he's going to come in the house. So I will continue looking and not talking and come back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I did move on a little bit without you, but as you know, there's plenty there, so it doesn't really matter. I probably won't do them all on camera anyway. What about a bird down here, just because it matches? Or maybe up here more, something like that. Stitching. It's probably good enough for that one. It's a little busy anyway. Okay, we'll see once I get that bird on there. This one. Now this one, am I right? The dress doesn't really stand out that much. And it had crossed my mind to go around it in black. I might. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I might. So, fair warning. And fair warning, I don't know if that means I'll ruin it. And I still have windows open, and I have a snoring dog, so I apologize for the noise. That's kind of pretty. I think we could use a trim, at least stitching, top and bottom. Maybe just sewing, because I think a ribbon, you practically have to go orange, and I don't want it to look like Halloween. I don't want black. So I think maybe just stitching with that one. And this one. Yeah, and I know, like I said earlier, this isn't exactly what a lot of people are filming. I mean, that looks so little girly and everything. I get it. I know. I'm sorry. I also have animals over here that you can't see. Well, once again, I'll say, it's not that you can't see it. You're not able to see it. And I sort of thought, I don't know, something like that. Would it be cuter to have a dog or something than, just like a flower? I don't know. What else can you look at? Think about this one that's coming up too. Fish, no. Like a large cat, that's too big. Hello kitties. Anything? Right. If I cut it out of these dots, would that be kind of cute or too distracting? Could be fun. Could just make it like a total, collage that doesn't necessarily have to make sense. What about the tree? I left my scissors right here, Diane. Alright, well, I think we definitely need stitching though, or a ribbon or something. What about a ribbon on the bottom there, or a washi? That's right here. No, those are too, well, if I have those on there, do I want black and white? Okay, why not? I was really thinking, well, maybe I should wait, and yeah, I probably should, to really see if that's going to look good, but what the heck, let's be risky. Okay. I had this too. I cut it out for another one that I decided I didn't like it. Is that too much stuff now? Or what about this up here? That's kind of cute. Alright. I'll do something magnificent with that. Did you think about this one while I was looking for dogs and cats and stuff? Well, that could go any route, really. Stitching, I think, would be good on top and bottom. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of sewing in my future. Or I do have a lot of sewing in my future, right? Yeah, this matches very well. Or pretty well, I guess I should say. I'm not too sure about the tail feather color. Let's see. That's kind of cute. And I'm not ruling out painting. I think I said that earlier, but that's always... Now that one I'm pretty sure I did on my own. That turned out pretty cute. That could get stitching. I don't know. That... I don't know. It's kind of lame. Because really, when it comes down to it, then I only did background stuff. Is that... You know, did you go to too much trouble there, Diane? What about a ribbon? And it's very windy too. I don't know if you can hear the wind howl every once in a while. Yeah, you probably can hear that. I don't live in a haunted house. It's just windy. Not that I know of anyway. Alright, maybe we'll nix the stitching and just do that. That was there. And that was there. Yeah, I think I'll just take that one from there. Maybe after I glue the ribbon, I might feel it needs something. We'll see about that. And the ribbon fell just a minute. Okay. There's that swimsuit. Well, that should have something. What would be kind of fun, kind of... Oh, there's an orange bird right there. Like an orange bird. Maybe I'll just leave that, even put that flower on there too. And I think stitching. Okay. Oh, we're up to no cards. We're making progress. And yeah, that's very little girly looking. I hear ya. And you're right. And I hope no one's gagging. You know, it has its place in the world, right? Maybe not in your world, but... Come on, where's an end? I don't know. Come on, Diane. I cannot find the end of this. There. Alright, I just did that so I have something to put in my blooper reel that nobody watches. Alright, well I think across the bottom is fine. And I have mentioned before, this tape is really bad. The adhesive has really... It's not that it's dried up, but it's just so weak. I have to glue every one of these little circles, so I'm not going to do that now. But we need something else besides that. Could stitch up the side, because it is narrow there. If we stitch up the side, it still looks kind of lacking to me. Well, I think that matches too well. Yeah, I wound up not using that owl. So we have a spare red owl there. I was thinking of this one, but I don't think so. I don't think that's going to match the way I want it to. Oh, there's these owls. That would really match, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Just place them around. That's kind of dumb. I was thinking more like a butterfly, sort of. At an angle. Oh, what about one of those? That would be pretty. Okay, do we want orange or like the yellowy one? Well, I guess I'd say the yellowy one if I'm putting it here. The orange one I think is going to match too well. And there's a yellow one right here. We had it there or here or something like that. I don't know about this one. It might need more help than that. And another girly one, yeah. Oh, but what about just a pink butterfly right here? These aren't all girly, I mean little girly. Yeah, that'd be kind of pretty. But we need something. Well, I'm gonna run out of the ribbon. This is the one of the I mentioned. I asked my husband, he was going to Hobby Lobby. I said, "You look for some ribbon for me?" And he came back and said they didn't have those. I was like, "You're kidding." All right, what about at the top? Oh no, that's it. Okay, that's kind of pretty. That could use like some stamping, like flowers or something, but I think I'll wait till it's glued. So there's that. Yeah, if I don't knock this stuff off, the wind is going to blow it off, right? Well, there we have a Mod's little girl. Isn't that fun? Well, how boring and repetitive can you be, Diane? But there's green butterflies here that are about the right color. I don't call it repetitive. We'll just say it's a series. Do we want a second one because there's a good color here? It could be cute. Or the other way around. I don't know. Something like that. That could get stitching all the way around. Or even faux stitching. Okay. Okay, now we're up to just girly. Not little girly. Big girly. I like a big girl. Well. Boy, I'm glad I bought this paper. That actually is starting to run out. And I like a big girl. In case anyone's saying, "What are you talking about?" I forget you're not all in my inside family jokes, are you? Oh, well, this would be good too. Oh well. Years ago, one of my relatives we were talking about cookies, and she was serious. She said she likes, she meant I like a bigger size cookie, but she said I like a big cookie. And after the fact, a couple of us were kind of laughing about that. Not at her, but it was just kind of funny. I like a big cookie. So I have this running joke of, when you say thing, I like a big whatever. So that's where that comes from. And I'm sure you're all real thrilled and even now more, convinced I'm a nut. But that's where that comes from. And that's why I said that. Well, maybe a trim or a rickrack or something on the bottom. So if you're watching this and you're paying attention, the next time you see a cookie or something, you're going to think of, I like a big cookie, and you're going to say, thanks a lot, Diane. Well, that's not bad. What about this caught my eye? Up too wide. Okay, sorry. Is it too wide though? Where's that narrow yellow here? Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. Yeah, this could use faux stitching, paint, something, but at the moment that's pretty good. All right, now we're back to little girls. Well, that definitely needs something. Those new birds. Kind of funny. I don't know why he's there, but I think it's kind of funny. And that's nice. I also have an orange and white stripe here. Maybe that would be good for the top. Or the sides even. I could do something like that. It'd be kind of pretty. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll just go up to this gold box. Which, by the way, that orange in the back there, it's part of a cover of a, I forget now, but it was some kind of workbook for kids, you know, for school. And it had all these orange squares all over it, so I kept the cover. I'm glad I did. Okay. As you can probably tell from the, you can see through a little bit. That's a magazine. It's not actual paint chips. This could get a Goonie bird too. Why not? What else am I ever going to do with these, right? I just thought they were funny, and they are. I'm right. Cute, colorful. Kind of funny. It definitely needs something on the bottom. I think I would say green. Oh, I got a bright green. Well, I think I like that. Okay, do I want one on the top too? Or we could go real colorful and put like a sky blue color on the top. Let's see what that would look like. Because this video isn't taking long enough. Oh, I think I might like that better. Okay. I will say that leaves a bit of a gapping area over here. I'll deal with that when I glue. We'll see what I think of that later. Alright, now we're back to big girls. This is pretty. Isn't that turn out pretty? I think so. Well, what just about the ribbon that I just put away? I don't really have a narrow navy blue. I used to. And then I couldn't, when it ran out, I couldn't find the right color, so I got, you know, this is more royal. That's not gonna look right at all. Yeah, that's almost like that's like a peacock blue. No. Well, well, I think we can forget the blue ribbon. There's just nothing there that's going to match. I don't know if I have any kind of trim thing. There's our wind again. Oh no, tissue paper flew on the floor, but that's okay. If that's the only thing that blows on the floor, I'll be happy. Oh, here's a dark blue mini baby Rick Rack. That's okay. I think I like it better up there. Okay. Maybe just sewing. I don't know. I mean, there's kind of a lot going on there. Maybe a bird in the corner. I don't want to go for the flower route because we have flowers there and it's not going to match. I think I would take the gray one. That blue is just a hair off, I think. At least in my lighting, it looks like it's a hair off. What about this one? Well, that's kind of pretty. I think the style might go a little better. Okay. All right, our jacket, or I guess that's a suit. Did you say that's a suit? I thought it was a coat, but I guess it's a suit. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Well, that definitely needs something. That could maybe use flowers. There's no flowers on it. What about this? That might do it. Working like way off in the shadows somewhere. That would be kind of nice. Maybe a small one up top. Well, what about one of these? Now technically this is blue. And that underneath piece there is green, but I think it kind of matches. And did I just get my hair in the picture? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's okay. And this is an actual paint chip under there. And I did actually get it as a possible paint color. I didn't just go forward a bunch of chips. I did get that because I needed it. But then it wound up I didn't want that color, so. Something down there. It's awfully narrow. What about just narrow, like a green? Yeah, it's okay. Oh, it's a little dark. I don't think a green is going to match. That's, no. Well, what about a pale green? No, that's off. The shade is off. Well, it's okay. No, it's not. No, I couldn't quite talk myself into that. What else is in here? I need like a rust color. I don't have that. Okay. What about a trim? The problem with trims are, though, they're usually wider. And as I just pointed out, that's awfully narrow down there. I think that's too red. No, too red. Well, I'm not seeing a shade that is going to cut it. You would think in all this melange there would be something, right? No. Good try, but no. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait with that one. Maybe just stitching. Okay. This one I did put a couple things on already. Just because I happened to see them and I thought they matched well. So there. How about that bird? He kind of matches well too. It's kind of pretty. And then maybe just stitching. Okay, we're making progress here. And I have a whole big stack of stuff I gotta glue. Well, maybe a trim on the side there. It's a red. I think that's too narrow. Have I said that yet? That's too narrow. It's okay. Alright, why not? And then, what up here? I got a green lace. What would that look like? It's okay. I don't really like it though. Or we could put a bird or something up there, right? I've got green rickrack. That's okay. I still think we need a bird or a flower or something. How about a flower? There's nothing floral on there. Oh, these are kind of pretty. Maybe I'll take this yellow one too. Alright, do something clever with these on this. I think that would look pretty good. This one. Yeah. She's got two hats. Oh, come on, that's not fair. It's because, what happened to the other one? Oh, it's the one, I can't find it now because everything's gonna fall. It was like that romper. I had my hats mixed up, and I thought this went with this. And if you really look at it in a good lighting, it is a tad off. And yeah, the style doesn't really go with it. And you're right, and I knew that, but I thought it matched. And I glued it down. And then later I saw this one on the paper and I went, oh, I think that goes with that. And that's supposed to go with the romper. But I already had it glued down. So, this, this ensemble comes with a choice of hats. What can I say? Is this blue too bright? Not really, but just tipping into bright. What about that blue rickrack? You know, one good thing I will say for printable stuff, let's just say for whatever reason that really, oh no, I totally, you know, well, I could just print out another one, right? Okay, I think that's pretty good. And as you can see, I did a little stamping under that one. I kind of thought it needed it. And since I sort of wanted it under, I wanted to do it before I glued it down, so that's why that's there. Well, this could use ribbon at that red, don't you think? We just want red, red. I've got this one too that's, it's like a gross grain. It's got the lines in it. And to be honest, I wasn't overly thrilled with it because to me it looks like the cheapy curling package tape. Not tape, ribbon. So I don't use it a lot, but it doesn't have the shine or the sheen of this type of ribbon. So in a case like this, that actually is good. So, all right, well, I think I've been filming for a long time here, and it's getting on to the dinner hour here. So I think I'll pause. There's only 3 more here. I'll show you. I don't know if you saw these. It's cards. So I will probably finish them off by myself. This video is getting awfully long too. So I'll come back. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. They're done. And yeah, this took a considerable amount of time when you're dumb enough to make this many things at once. And that's not the first time I've ever said that. I'm not going to talk about every single one, but messy stitching there. Top and bottom there. Zigzag on top there. None of these got paint or inking. I just didn't think it needed it. This did get white stitching. It didn't actually show up too well. I probably should have used black, but I thought I was matching in the flowers back there, but it's okay. There's that kind of silly kooky one. It's kind of cute. It's kind of fun. And some of the thread tails I left, some of them I cut off. This one I had pointed out the dress didn't really show up too well, so I did go around it in just a pen, a black pen. I think it's better. I'm not a real fan of that look, but it is better than it was. And some of these, like this one, it's a tad plain, you know, you could certainly add a word or something, but I left some of them like that, more so the cards, really. If I wanted to turn it into a birthday card or something and write, you know, happy birthday or stamp it or whatever. So that's reasoning for that there. I like that one. These two I did stamp hello on because it was kind of negative up there and I didn't really think I'd use these as birthday cards, so I went ahead and stamped those. This one, I would have done the same thing, but this yellow gingham is fabric. It probably would stamp okay, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to risk screwing it up. So I may just send this as is someday, or I could stamp on tissue and then glue it down or something. We'll see. This one got some straight stitching in various places there. This one got no stitching. And yes, I did use different colors for what I thought, you know, would look good. And I should get extra points for that. Changing the thread in my machine is not easy. Oh, this one's cute. And this one, I did leave this area for the same reason. I might write hello or, something. Okay, well, I know, like I said, this isn't really the collage mixed media stuff people like to watch, but you know what? It's neat. It's still collage. I have all this stuff now to send people or use as, I could put stuff like this in a journal too. All right. Well, thanks for joining me through this saga. And I think next time, next craft session, I'm just going to do something simple, like one thing, okay? Hold me to that, okay? Thanks for joining me. Have a very nice day out there.